Every now and then, the tech world drops something so bold that it makes every other device suddenly feel ordinary. And right now, Samsung is preparing a move that could completely rewrite what we think a smartphone should be. Not a small tweak, not a minor upgrade, a shift so wild that even industry insiders weren't ready for it. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. Like, share, and subscribe for more! The noise around Samsung has been getting louder, and for good reason. When a company that's already leading the foldable game decides to take its boldest idea and turn it into a product you can actually buy, people start paying attention. And this time, Samsung isn't just bending a screen. It's bending expectations. The Galaxy Z Trifold is finally stepping out of the shadows, and the closer we get to the unveiling, the clearer it becomes that this device isn't just another experiment. It's the start of a brand new category, one that looks less like a phone and more like a glimpse into the next decade of mobile design. But here's where things get especially interesting. Samsung isn't opening the floodgates right away. Instead of shipping this futuristic foldable everywhere at once, the company is taking a far more controlled approach, with only a few markets getting it first. And instantly, people began asking the obvious questions. Is Samsung unsure? Is the device too risky? Or is this one of those rare times when a tech giant knows exactly what it's doing and wants to avoid another embarrassing first-gen disaster? Because let's be honest, the original Fold incident still lives rent-free in everyone's memory. As we dig deeper, the strategy actually makes a surprising amount of sense. A trifold isn't just a bigger foldable. It's a completely different class of engineering. More screens to protect, more hinges to synchronize, and more potential failure points than any device Samsung has ever released. Every hinge must glide perfectly. Every layer must move without stressing the ultra-thin glass. And every fold has to feel so natural that you forget you're holding one of the most complex pieces of consumer tech ever built. Rolling that out globally on day one, that's the kind of risk no serious company would take. Then, there's the production problem, or rather, the production reality. Foldable screens already require exceptionally precise manufacturing, and yields are still far from perfect. Now, multiply that difficulty by 3. Low yields mean fewer units, and fewer units mean Samsung must choose its launch markets carefully. If the company tried to go global immediately, shelves would be empty, delivery dates would slip, and the entire launch would turn into a meme. Keeping it limited ensures that the units being produced actually reach customers who are ready to pay a premium for bleeding-edge tech. And trust me, premium is the correct word here. The Galaxy Z Trifold isn't just pricey, it's spiraling into luxury territory. Early information points toward a launch price hovering around $3,000, the kind of number that instantly filters out casual buyers. Add the rumored production cap of around 100,000 units, and suddenly the device looks less like a mass-market product and more like a technology showcase Samsung is using to flex years of R&D in the face of growing competition. Speaking of competition, the moment Huawei entered the triple-fold segment with the Mate X-T, you could practically hear Samsung's engineering team switching into overdrive. Huawei went for a single-piece outer display, which looked cool but came with one huge flaw. The screen remained exposed. Samsung took notes, pivoted, and created a dual display setup that protects the main screen when folded, giving you a 6.5-inch outer panel and a sprawling 10-inch inner canvas when fully opened. It's a smarter take, and honestly, it already feels more mature than Huawei's approach. And the engineering doesn't stop at the layout. The hinge, or hinges, plural, are the heart of this device. Samsung is using a refined G-style folding system, allowing one segment to float just enough for the other to layer cleanly without adding unnecessary thickness. When fully closed, the device isn't the brick you'd expect. It's surprisingly close to the thickness of today's Fold series despite having an extra screen. That alone is an achievement worth appreciating, because no one wants a phone that doubles as a dumbbell. Camera-wise, Samsung isn't holding back here either. Leaks point toward the same 200-megapixel flagship sensor found in the Fold line, joined by a 12-megapixel ultrawide and a 10-megapixel telephoto. It's the kind of setup that instantly separates this device from Huawei's more limited camera hardware and makes the Trifold feel less like a concept and more like a true flagship. Internally, Samsung is reportedly preparing a Snapdragon 8 Elite configuration with 16 GB of RAM, giving the device enough horsepower to handle the multitasking chaos this form factor invites. Battery life has been a puzzle for months, but new details seem to be settling around a 437 to 600 mAh total capacity spread across 3 cells, which is pretty incredible considering the complexity of the chassis. It won't be light, but it won't be the giant battery drain disaster some people predicted either. Now let's talk about availability, the part that keeps shifting with every leak. Early reports suggested only China and Korea would get the first wave. Then Singapore, Taiwan, and the UAE were added to the rumor list. But the plot twist came from an unexpected source: Bluetooth certification. New model numbers ending with U and U1 suddenly confirmed that a US launch is not only planned, but practically guaranteed. That means Samsung isn't playing small anymore. They want to test their most experimental device in one of the biggest mobile markets on the planet. And if that isn't confidence, I don't know what is. This brings us to the biggest question: where does this leave the future of foldables? If the Trifold succeeds, Samsung has a clear path to merging Trifold technology with future Fold Ultra models, eventually making today's folding phones feel as outdated as slide phones. And even Apple, which is rumored to be preparing its first horizontal folding iPhone for 2026, is now watching Samsung jump ahead by an entire generation. While Apple plans to double fold, Samsung is already triple folding. The next month is going to be fun. The leaks are getting sharper. The hardware is nearly ready. And the moment someone gets their hands on this thing, the entire tech world will either applaud Samsung for pushing boundaries or roast them for releasing something too futuristic for its own good. Either way, this launch will be unforgettable. Let me know in the comments, should Samsung release the Trifold globally despite the limited production? Or is the selective launch strategy the smarter move? Drop your thoughts down below. I'm really curious what you think. This is Sam, and I'll see you in the next one.